This is the question asked in today's skillrack daily challenge. So in the first line of our input, we are given an integer n. So here n is equal to 4. So after that, in the next line, we are given n values as input. So here, each and every value will have a lowercase character embedded in it. So in the first value, we have the character b embedded in it. And then in the second value also, we have the character b embedded in it. And in the third value, we have the character c embedded in it. And in the last value, we have the character a embedded in it. So now our task is to sort these values based upon the lowercase character embedded in each and every value. So first let us write down separately all the characters and the remaining integers. So in the first value 984b, the lowercase character embedded is b, and the remaining digits form an integer of 984. Similarly, in the second value, the lowercase alphabet embedded is b, and using the remaining digits, we can form an integer 14. And in the third value, the embedded character is c, and using the remaining digits, we can form the integer 200. And then in the fourth value, the lowercase character embedded in it is a, and then using the remaining digits, we can form the integer 662. So now we have separated the characters and the integers which were embedded. Now our task is to sort these integers based upon the lowercase alphabets. So we have to sort this array, and whenever we are going to perform the swap operation, we are going to swap the integers also. So that is how we can sort the integers array based upon the lowercase alphabets. So now let us see how we will be sorting the integer array based upon the alphabet array. So when we are going to sort the alphabet array, the first character which we will be getting is a. So when we sort in ascending order, the first character is a. So the integer embedded with it is 662. So first we are going to write a and then 662, and then the next smallest alphabet is b, but here we have two occurrence of b. So next we have to compare based upon the integer. So one integer is 984 and another is 14. So out of 984 and 14, 14 is the smallest. So b14, that should be the second, and third should be b984. So that will be the third value. So in the third, I am changing the character to b, and the integer is 984. And then the next smallest character is c, and the integer embedded with it is 200. So c will be the fourth value. So this is how we will be sorting the alphabets array. So we will be sorting the alphabets array in ascending order, and if two or more characters are same, then we will sort based upon the integers. So this is how our integer array will be looking like after sorting. So in our expected output also we can see that we are getting the same output. So first 662, 14, 984 and 200. So this is how we get our output. Now let us see how to write a C program for this. So first I am creating a new integer n, and in the next line using a scanf I am accepting the integer n as input, and then I am creating two character arrays named numbers and alphabets. So we will be storing the embedded lowercase alphabets in the alphabets array and the integer present in the value in the numbers array. So the number character array is alone of two-dimensional because it can have more than one characters. So now we have to accept n values as input. So I am creating a loop that iterates for n number of times. So in every iteration of this loop, first I am creating a new character array named temp of size 10, and using a scanf we are going to accept our input and store into this temp only. So what we are going to do is we are going to accept and store our input in temp, and then we are going to iterate through all the characters of temp, and we will separate them. So we will store the embedded lowercase character into the alphabets array, and we will store the remaining characters into the numbers array. So in order to do that, first I am creating a new integer variable L, and I am setting it to 0, and I am creating a j loop that iterates through the character array temp. So here we can see that the j starts from 0 and iterates till j less than the string length of temp. So in every iteration, first you are going to check whether the character is an alphabet or not. So if it is an alphabet, then we will store it into the alphabets array. So whenever it is alpha, then we will be setting alphabets of I is equal to temp of j. So there will be only one alphabet, remaining all will be digits. So in the else part, we can store all the remaining characters into the numbers array. So else numbers of I, L plus plus is equal to temp of j. So initially the value of L will be 0. So whenever we are going to store a character, we will be storing the character one after another into the numbers array. So finally, after the execution of this j loop, the lowercase alphabet and the integer will be splitted separately, and the alphabet will be stored in the alphabet array and the number will be stored in the number array. So we have to set the last character as null. So I am setting number of IL is equal to null. So finally, after the execution of this I loop, we would have accepted all our input values and we would have separated the embedded lowercase alphabet and the embedded integer present in the value. So now our task is to sort the numbers array based upon the alphabet array. So here is where we are implementing the logic for sorting. So here I have make use of the selection sort technique. So what we are going to do is we are going to sort the alphabets array, and while sorting the alphabets array, we will perform the swap operation. So whenever we are going to perform the swap operation, we are going to apply that swap operation on the numbers array also. So what happens is the numbers array will be sorted based upon the alphabets array. So this is how we can achieve it. This is how we will be creating loop for selection sort. So the I loop iterates from 0 to n and the j loop iterates from I plus 1 till n. So in every iteration, we have to sort in ascending order. So we should check whether I is greater than j. So we are going to sort based upon the alphabets array. So I am checking alphabets of I is greater than alphabets of j. So if it is true, then we will swap the characters alphabets of I and alphabets of j, and we should also swap the numbers array. So that is how we will be sorting the numbers array based upon the alphabets array. And it was also given in the question that when there are two or more alphabets having the same characters, then we should sort based upon the numbers array. So here in the else if condition, I am checking whether alphabets of I is equal to alphabets of j. So if it is true, then next we will compare based upon the integer. So in order to convert the character array into an integer, I am making use of the attay function, and again we will compare the numbers of I and numbers of j. So if it is true, then we will swap only the numbers array, because we already know that alphabets of I and j are equal. So we need not swap them again. So we are going to swap only the numbers array. So this is how we will be sorting the numbers array based upon the alphabets array. So finally, after the execution of this j loop, we can print the character array numbers of I. So it will be printing the numbers in the sorted manner. So this is the logic to solve today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching.